Hey everyone, with me today is Eric Petransky of Guaranteed Rate. Eric, thank you.
Of course. How are you?
So we have a little game going where we do 60 seconds or less the market. And for the month of March, we have a lot to report, or Eric rather has a lot to report on the real estate market since we started in January.
Right.
We are going to start the clock. We're coming to you from Ariano's in Media. It is my favorite restaurant by far, right down the road from our office on State Street. So without further ado, no pressure.
No pressure.
We're going to start.
Yeah, let me go. Let me take the ropes. So, crazy month, up and down roller coaster. Last week was the federal meeting. They met Wednesday. As expected, they did increase the Federal Reserve rate. Instead of increasing a half a point, they increased it quarter percent. Instead of 4 rate hikes this year, there's talks of 7 now. So there's going to be 6 more additional rates. It's kind of unsettling a little bit, but it is what it is. An average 30-year fixed rate right now has a 4% in front of it, which is totally different than where it was about a year ago. The good news is that the current job market right now is up, right? So there's availability of jobs. Earnings is up 6%. Unemployment is down to 3.5%, which is a pre-pandemic number. Which is a good sign. Everyone's out, they want to work, people are back to work, right? The bad news is inflation is up, right? It's at an all-time high ever. So one of the point that the feds have to do is they have to curb that, right? And they're doing that by adding some additional rate hikes this year to stop that. Inflation is down, the economy is moving forward on the right track effectively. Supply is still an issue. Demand is at an all-time high. Point is, money is still cheap, right? So it's a good time to buy, and a good time to buy now before these additional rate hikes.
Awesome. And what I would like to impress upon anyone watching this who's thinking about buying is really to do it as soon as possible.
Right.
Lock in a rate with Eric Petransky of Guaranteed Rate.
Good point.
How long does that last?
Yeah, so great point. We have the ability to lock a loan up to 90 days for your standard conventional loan, which is pretty big.
So knowing that the rates are going higher,
right,
you really want to talk to Eric. Lock in now, so now you have the gift of time of 90 days.
It's a safety net. Let me jump in real quick.
Yes.
So safety net, that rate's not going to go anywhere. The good news is we can float the rate down if the market gets better, right? So if you do find a house, we can float the rate down. The caveat is we have to be within 20 days of closing, and the interest rate has to get better than an 8%, and we can float it down. So it's a pretty unique feature we have here at Guaranteed Rate.
Awesome. So I want to thank you because this market is not easy.
Sorry about that.
The market's not easy. You never know what's going to happen. But what you want to do is work with the best. You want to work with the best agent and the best mortgage company and mortgage consultant. Eric, who's available. You've been available to me all the time.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for years. It's great service. And that's what you need in this market. You need the best of the best. Thank you.
Have a good one.